And we are live. E.V.P'S, Every Voice Paranormal, with Brian's Paranormal and Ghost Mafia.
Hey, everybody.
Special guest host tonight, Uber Goober Lady and Lou Rock, the legend himself.
It's your boy.
What's going on?
What's up, man?
So, Lou, do you know Uber Goober? Have you guys ever been on panel with each other before?
I know of Uber Goober lady. Nice to meet you.
Hey, bud, how's it going?
I've watched some of her videos. I like your comeback there on Lunatic Dad. That was pretty cool.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah.
That was entertaining.
Had a good time.
I was like, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. When Ghost was telling me about this, I'm like, I don't know, man. That lady, man. I want to get on her bad side.
I'm okay. I'm just a big old pussycat.
Yeah.
Brian? Hush.
With razor sharp claws.
Yeah.
Bringing up the
Ready to
chat
scratch at any minute.
Oh, yeah. I'm a toughie, you know?
Oh, yeah.
How you doing, Brian?
I was
Great,
telling
Lou. How are you?
earlier, I was like, well, if I've only ever seen Uber Goober's like comeback, against Dad or Carlos or one of them guys. I said, you got to watch her paranormal stuff because she's really knowledgeable of what she's doing, and she's actually. You're going on a road trip here coming up, right?
Tomorrow. Yeah. Gonna go to a haunted house. Yeah. Yep. I won't be able to get into it, but I can get pretty close and tell the story about it. Maybe catch something on my camera.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
now, you do your paranormal stuff on your regular, you have one channel or?
Well, actually there'll be two channels. I have a co-host. Her name is Paula, Bull Run Paranormal. She's a psychic, ghost hunter. She's Wicca. She should be in the chat here soon. This woman helps find missing people. She's just awesome. And we do it on Friday evenings at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard, but then we're going to start doing another one on Sundays on her channel. So I'm looking forward to that. The woman is phenomenal.
She sounds like somebody I'd definitely like to meet. When the very first time I ever put on my spirit box, a little girl that was murdered now 26 years ago, she was the first one to come through to me. And that's been one heck of a ride. So it's always interesting when you meet.
Now, how did you know it was this little gal?
I didn't know it at first. She came through. A bunch of stuff had come through. They picked me up. I got in a car. She said her name like 3 or 4 times, Tammy. And I even got a E.V.P. from a mail that said I had to cut her. And I didn't know what was going on. And like when it happened, a month later, I was getting into, doing paranormal stuff, and I was on my way to a different location, and my aunt ended up calling just by chance, and I'm like, self-promote, tripping all over myself. I'm self-promoting myself to her, and I'm like, hey, have you seen what I've been doing? I'm on my way out to this place, it's a little bit of a drive, and she says, well, why don't you go where they found that little girl, 20-something years ago, right around the corner from your house? And she told me the story, and I was, you know what? That sounds like an awesome idea. And so I went over there blind. And what I mean by blind is by not knowing very much about her case.
Right.
And I went over there, and it was just, that was my very first investigation. And it was insane. I've never seen an EMF meter go off so strongly. It was literally just pinned out and just.
No kidding.
Wow.
This stuff, if you ever check out any of my videos, check out my top 10 video. And that shows pretty much my whole story with her. But I didn't even know it at that point. I did the whole investigation. Then I came home and I was all excited from doing my first video. And my mom had just gotten out of the shower and her face was like, I could just tell, you know how you could tell when a family member, when there's something wrong.
Right.
She's like, you don't remember, do you? And I'm like, come on, Mom, what are you talking about? And she's like, you don't remember the first day you put the box on. I'm like, well, what are you getting at here? Because I wasn't putting 2 and 2 together. She said, what was the name of the little girl who told you she was 14 and she got into a car and all this stuff? What was her name? I went back, I had the footage, and it was amazing. It was very, very amazing.
Wow, that is incredible.
Nice.
So,
Want to
she's
shout out
definitely
chat here real quick. Double J TV, Vesper in there, Modding for us. Kel's the fan. Boomer Rock's in the house. What's up, Boomer?
What's up, Boomer?
And Empire. Donna Renke. HSFL Paranormal. JoJo Walker Unplugged. Doug Polson's in here. I think I got everybody there.
It's really good to be back up here. Ghost,
Yeah.
thanks for the invite. I appreciate it.
No problem.
I reached out to James, but he never answered me back. And I was like, well, James is going to answer me back. I'll see if Uber Goober wants to come up.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot. So what kind of a spirit box do you use, Lou?
I use the SB7. I have the 11. I don't like it. I prefer my SB7. But I'd like to some new different ones. I've heard some pretty cool spirit boxes out there, and you could tell the really cool ones that, you know, like usually it's somebody who built their own, and I'd like to get into one of those eventually.
Right. Good for you.
That's what it's all about, is just I like to try different kinds of equipment. I use the Xbox Connect. Some people call it SLS.
Right.
3D mapping. It's pretty cool.
Yep. Right there she be.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. And guess what? The one they sold me, Ghost, is broken.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, are you using the one for the 360 or using one for a 1?
For the 1.
I'll be right back, guys. Hang tight.
Well,
All right.
after the show, get me your address because I've got 2 of them here. I'll send you one.
Oh, yeah? Cool. Thanks, man.
Connects. Yeah, I've got a couple of them here. I want to order. I got to order me the adapter yet to get mine working. But like I said, I'm doing the dumpster diving and stuff. So,
do you have a soldering gun?
Yeah.
I need a new soldering gun, but yeah, I do have a soldering gun. Mine's kind of
If
old.
you have a soldering iron and a HDMI cord and a power plug, you can actually do it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found one place on eBay where I can get the actual adapter cords for like $13. Every place else they want 70. So
yeah, I bought my Microsoft one for 50, and then I bought one of the cheaper ones. The cheaper one works just the same as the expensive one. Same thing.
Yeah, they work awesome.
Same thing. Yeah.
yeah, I can't wait to get mine hooked up and start testing it out. I've got a lot of like, I don't know, it's like elemental activity on the property, and they're just about to come through with the pipeline and go right through the middle of the yard. And I'm thinking when they do that activity that's out there now is going to spike up tenfold.
Yeah.
You know? So I definitely want to.
That Connect is a fun thing to use, man. It is. It definitely is. The thing about the Connect is it's either there or it's not there. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you're not going to get a miracle every single time you turn the thing on. I've used it for 2 years and maybe got 5 really cool captures on it. One was in St. Augustine, which is supposed to be like the most haunted city in the
My
United
mom used to live in St. Augustine. In fact, one of these nights I got to call her up while on the show and get her to tell some of her stories, because I'll tell you
Oh
what,
my
my mom
gosh.
has stories.
I could only imagine going to St. Augustine. That place is amazing and it's beautiful. I would love to live there.
Yeah.
We went on this tour of a jail there, and there's a lot of history behind, like, one of the guys was hung. He was innocent, and there was these two guys. One of them was guilty and one of them was innocent. Well, the one guy had basically sold his buddy up the river for no reason, just to make him go along with him. And then when he wanted to clear his conscience, he told the sheriff, he said, listen, I did this all by myself, and this guy had nothing to do with it. Well, the sheriff said, we have a double hanging schedule for today, not just a regular one hanging. And so he still hung the guy. They say that brings some activity there.
Right.
They say on one of the roads there that you walk in downtown that there's a body underneath every brick of the road. Like, no matter where you're at, there's a dead body underneath you somewhere.
See, they say that same thing about, like, it's in Georgia. What's the name of that? Yes, Savannah. Thank you, honey. Savannah, Georgia. The town actually built on its dead. When they drill for pipes in there, they'll drill sideways under the ground, and they can tell when they're hitting bones by the sound that the drill makes. That's that.
Now, does that shut them down?
It can.
Yeah.
They may have to dig down, remove the remains or whatever, but I mean, public works.
They got this big old project, and then boom, everything's shut down. Now you need archaeologists and scientists and this and that.
Well, that's what they're going to have to do here when they put this pipeline through the yard, because they have to drill under the road. They have to drill under the railroad bed in the back, and then they have to drill down and under a creek and then bring it up on the other side. So
if I were you, I'd be out there when they're doing it with a metal detector.
That's an idea. I might have to do that.
I'd be out there with a metal detector, definitely.
Yeah, see, this area, though, you don't get a whole lot of stuff on the metal detector because it was a large Indian community at one time. So there's a lot of Indian burial mounds around this area. And, I mean, I can walk out here to the creek on any given Sunday and pick up arrowheads, you know, things like that, find artifacts like that right in the backyard. Problem is, you don't pick those up on the metal detector.
Yeah.
Pieces of pottery, things like that. So you find a lot of that stuff around this area.
You never know, though. You never know when you stumble across that hidden treasure of Masonic gold that was buried for in the slave days, for the Underground Railroads, or whatever, anything.
Yeah. Yep. That's true, too.
I think the Masons were known for hiding stashes of gold and silver for other members, and that with trouble they knew where to go and pick up a little stash of cash.
Oh yeah.
I actually watched shows where these guys go around finding those stashes, which is pretty cool.
I like that. There used to be a show on called Diggers, and these two guys would go out with their metal detectors, and they were nuts. They'd find the gold, they'd find a gold coin or something. Woohoo! Go rolling around in people's yards and stuff. It was comical to watch. I love that show, though.
Heck yeah. I'd love to find some treasure. The big thing on YouTube now is that magnet fishing. A lot of those videos are blowing up. I seen a channel today with 1,200 subscribers, and he had 544,000 views on one video.
I tell you, the ones I've been watching here lately, the treasure finders, the ones where they're diving in river accesses or lakes where people go swimming and stuff, and they're finding GoPros and they're finding quadcopters and all this stuff, and they're just diving. He comes up with like a bag full of Ray-Ban sunglasses that people's lost along the beach or whatever,
You ever see the video of the guy fishing and he sees a bag of money floating by and he jumps right in and grabs it? It's a bag of hundreds.
Yeah, I seen that.
That's crazy. Why can't I be fishing on that day?
Hey, live on TV. Huh? Oh. Lady Swan says she's in there watching Cooper's Treasures right now. Have you seen that one? That's the one where the guy was friends with the astronaut, and he's got all these markings from being up in space of anomalies on the surface of the planet that are either gold, silver, or whatever. He goes and he finds the caches.
Wow.
Most of them are shipwrecks.
Oh, dude, that. Yeah. Well, they say Captain Kidd's treasure's still out there.
Oh yeah, somewhere. I heard about that.
Yep.
The one I like to watch is Curse of Oak Island.
Yeah, that's a good
these
one.
guys are dumping hundreds of millions of dollars and getting copper coins out of the ground.
Right.
Yeah.
They ain't got nothing. They got a whole bunch of nothing. I actually worked for the Blankenships. The guy from that show. I built a house for them, right here in Massachusetts. It was a big house too. Oh, sorry, I'm
back, guys. Sorry, that was a gal that does my grocery shopping for me.
Welcome back, Goober.
Thank you.
In here,
welcome.
Irish Whiskey 77's in here. Dipper Dudes is in here. Silver Shadows is in here. Nalisha, Dreamwalking Angel is in here. Vesper dropping them links. Thanks for coming,
thanks for dropping the links. I'm going to pull up Lou's.
Pauline Newman is in here too.
That's what I said, Pauline Newman.
Yeah.
Raffle Scraper. There's a new name in the chat there.
Yeah.
Guys, what this is every week we do this either on my channel or Brian's channel. We alternate weeks, and each week we try to have at least 2 special guests to come on. And they come on first and tell some stories of what they do and their channel and what they're all about. And then later on, like the second hour, we will actually invite people up out of the chat onto the panel to share their story of paranormal activity or experiences. And, if they're wanting information about things that are currently happening or anything like that, we can give them some advice. And that's what we do here. And it's usually 2 to 3 hours long, depending on, the stories and how it's going and stuff like that. So you guys knew in the chat, that's kind of how it goes. If you guys have a story that you want to come up and share, just shout us out and we'll work on getting you up here on the panel, bring you up one at a time, and do it like that.
I've actually talked to telemarketers and gotten into paranormal conversations with telemarketers that I don't know and sat there for like an hour talking about grandmother or something, like everybody's got a paranormal story. I got a question for you, Ghost.
Okay.
What is your opinion on ghosts? Do you believe in ghosts?
I have some theories. Okay. Now, and I've said this on the show before. Everything that we do, every movement that we make, every sound that we hear, every taste that we taste, sight that we see, smell that we smell, is all translated into frequencies and electrical impulses. And, in school, they taught us that electricity does not fade away. It just changes form. Now, after the body dies, all those electrical impulses that drive every movement of your body and every sense that you sense has to go somewhere.
Yep.
It doesn't just die with the body. Now, whether there's attached intelligence, which there has to be because your brain is driven by electrical, activity. If there's no electrical activity inside the brain, you would cease to exist. So obviously that electrical impulse that is inside your body, when your body dies, it has to take another form and go somewhere else. And that's basically the essence of what a ghost is.
Yep.
Now, can I tell you a quick little story? Well, it's probably a long story, but can I tell you a little story? When I was younger, I was in New York City, and it was about 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. I was with my godfather, and he didn't want to drive home. So we went to his mother's house. Now, I had never met his mother before. And so, you know, this is family. So I felt comfortable there. Anyways, we went there. We went to sleep. I woke up in the morning with the smell of coffee. I love coffee. So I'm smelling this coffee, and I get up and I look in the kitchen, and there's the old gentleman sitting there drinking his cup of coffee, reading a newspaper. Now, it's not my house, so I figure I'll go back to sleep until my godfather wakes up. Wakes up an hour or two later. When he's getting up, you know, I start getting up, and I ask him, I say, who's this guy that was in the kitchen this morning? Is that your dad or your stepdad? Or he's the one who gave me the name Lou Rock. He's Dominican, and he has a real thick accent. And he's like, Lou Rock, we're the only ones here. What are you talking about? And I said, listen, there's an old man sitting at the kitchen table drinking coffee this morning. My mom left this morning. We're the only ones in the house. He ends up bringing me into her bedroom, showing me around, and he pulls out a photo album, and I picked the guy out of the photo album. It ended up being his mom's boyfriend who had passed away 6 months before. Now,
wow.
This is when I was a kid. I had nothing to do with paranormal. Even after that, I didn't get into the paranormal. It was just an experience I had. And it never really made sense to me until now, until recently, because I didn't even believe in this stuff till a year and a half ago. But I'll tell you, I could say for 100% for sure, I believe in a life after death.
Oh, I do too. Yep, I'm with you.
I do too, 100%.
I believe that there's something. There's got to be something more. It's like I said, now, the energy doesn't just fade away.
There's a lot of stigma that comes with that little spirit box. A lot of religious folks will tell you, oh, it's nothing but evil and this and that. But I've seen some beautiful things come from that spirit box, like beautiful messages that have made entire families be able to get their grieving process, and just things that in my book are just plain, they're not evil.
Yeah.
You'll get different opinions. Now, am I saying that there isn't a bad part to it? No, I'm not, because I'm prime example. A week ago, I was in the middle of a live stream doing E.V.P'S and then immediately got pneumonia.
Wow. Yeah. They say that it takes a lot out of you. Yep.
Immediately. Like I went from being healthy to I was spitting in a cup. I thought it was tasting bleach. And within 8 or 9 hours, I was in the hospital, 103 fever, double pneumonia, both lungs. I'm still on the antibiotics right now for it, right here.
Wow.
And I'll tell you what, he recovered really fast. I know Green Bay Wacky did a prayer stream, a special prayer stream for Lou Rock, and I was in there dropping Lou's links to help out as much as
The doctor was very surprised. I was supposed to stay there for an extra day. And it's funny because they came in, the nurse came in and she said, I have this shot to give you. And I'm like, well, what is it? And she says, well, I have to give you this shot in your stomach so that you don't get blood clots because you're not moving around. You're just laying down in bed. Mm-hmm. So, lady, I will get up and run around this whole ward. I'll do a marathon. You're not sticking me with that needle. And she said, as long as I got up and walked around once an hour, that she wouldn't stick me with the needle. So that just start walking. But I recovered in 2 days, and they were supposed to keep me admitted for 3 days. And I was released after 2 days.
Wow.
Yep.
That's really good, man. Like that's the quickest recovery.
And now here's the thing too, is Green Bay, you know, he was beating himself up. He said, I waited too long to do this prayer stream and to bring this up about Lou Rock. Well, here's the funny thing is I was just waking up out of my fog. I turned on my phone and there's a picture of me. It couldn't have been any more perfect timing. In fact, as soon as I woke up, boom, I'm looking at prayers for Lou Rock. I wondered if he had done it any earlier. I would have been, I was passed out. So waking up to those prayers and all that positive energy, it really did. It helped me out a lot.
That's pretty cool.
And that was one of the reasons I wanted to bring you on the show tonight, Lou, because I didn't feel that you really had the chance to thank everybody that's been out there praying for you and praying for you to get better. And I know a lot of those people were in the chat here tonight. So if there's anything that you want to say to everybody in the chat, go for it, brother.
Well, I can't see the chat because my phone's dead right now. But thank you, everybody. Your prayers definitely worked. I'm right here. I'm speaking to you. And double, like I had pneumonia in the upper part of this lung and in the lower part of this lung. Having pneumonia in both lungs and to recover so fast, there's something there, you know, that
absolutely.
Yep. And you know what's crazy? Another thing that was crazy is I ended up in a I'm not sure if it's a Christian hospital. I'm not sure if it's Catholic or which one. I just know it's Christian because there's crosses everywhere. But that was another thing I woke up to in the middle of my fever. I wake up and there's this big giant cross sitting right in front of me. And I'm like, whoa, how did I end up like here? And it's just by chance they took me to that hospital. So.
Wow.
Wow, man.
And another thing is I am quitting smoking cigarettes because of this whole thing.
Good for you.
I'm not going to claim that I haven't messed up because the big part is after dinner. You know, you're used to that after dinner cigarette. I got a toothbrush I've been trying to like just chew on and keep it in my mouth and play with it. But the reason I'm quitting smoking, now I've lost lots of people in my family to lung cancer and it's really it's a rough thing to watch and to be a part of. But the woman in the bed next to me was passing away of pneumonia. And listening to her pass away while I had pneumonia was really an eye-opening thing, and definitely changed my mind about what do I want for my future. And I've saved a shit ton of money. I've been out of the hospital for 5 days, and I can see the change in my wallet already. I always say if I quit smoking, I could drive any car out there, a Mercedes, a Lamborghini, a this, a that. Cigarettes are $10 a pack. From 1 to 2 packs a day. Okay. That's like $300 to $700 a month. That's any car payment. That's a house payment. That's a mortgage on killing yourself, on putting poison into your body. So I'm definitely on the trying to quit smoking train with my toothbrush. So if you see me with a toothbrush, I'm not brushing my teeth.
Good for you.
HSFL said he had like 5 years worth of short stories he could tell.
Yeah,
I want to bring him up on panel, but I need his email address, and I don't see him in the chat anymore. I was like, HSFL, hang on for a minute. I'll bring you up on panel in just a bit.
I got a question for everybody here.
Disappeared.
All right. I've been experiencing, I can't see HSFL's comments, and certain friends of mine tell me that it's like they're blocked. Now I go into my block list. They're not blocked. And another thing, it happened to my mom. My own mom can't even comment on my channel. I can't see her comments. You guys experiencing anything like this?
Yeah, I've been going through a lot too. I think it's a glitch.
I lost 50 subs overnight, night before last, and I was not.
I heard about that. I was there when
lost like 52.
That's crazy. 50 in one shot.
50 in one shot. Even 52. I mean, I got back on the next morning for about 3 hours, and I got them all. I replaced them, I should say. I didn't get them all back, but I replaced them. But yeah, 50 in one shot. And I wasn't the only one. So I know that YouTube's been working on some stuff here in the last 2 days. So
now what I'm wondering, and it still doesn't make any sense for even a number like that, 50, is if maybe they're cutting people off that haven't been active in so long, but that doesn't even make sense.
Possibility, yeah.
Another thing I've noticed is a lot of my favorite channels that I always go to, I'm not getting their notifications, and then when I go to their channel and try to hit the bell, it won't let you hit it. It'll you'll click it and it won't let it engage. It'll just not let you hit it, basically. So yeah, thanks YouTube. Thanks a lot for making stuff easy.
Sharpshooter, the man fam, says, I didn't get your notification. There you go.
Yeah.
The notifications are all messed up and everything. Like, I don't know what they're doing.
So guys, if you're in the chat, and this is one thing that we do ask of people in the chat, if you could tweet this out on your Twitter, get more people in here.
It's been tweeted for me. Yay.
We don't mind if you guys want to sub up to each other or support each other in the chat. Go right ahead. That's fine. If anybody sees HSFL, tell them to get at me. I want to bring them up on panel. Or if there's anybody else in here that wants to come up on panel and share their story.
Yep.
No.
That's what I basically use Twitter for, is your notifications. You got to get all your subscribers to follow you on Twitter. That way I know that if your Twitter's linked to your account, it automatically tweets.
They say it does. I don't know if it actually does or not.
I don't have mine set up because I'm not sure I would want. I've heard that it actually over tweets stuff. Like it'll tweet
out every single thing that you like.
Yeah.
But I do like to use it as a tool for notifications. That way you let people know, hey, I'm doing this today or tomorrow or whatever. It works. It's more than YouTube.
Boomer says I have no stories.
Boomer.
Boomer.
Boomer's kind of a regular on the show. He's been on here a couple of times now.
I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back.
All right, Lou.
Yeah, let's see.
Well, I'll tell a real quick story while you're looking there, Ghost, if it's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I had lost my mom. As a matter of fact, I found her dead on the floor and tried to resuscitate her, and I couldn't. So anyway, prior to that, she wanted a chair outside. And we'd sit out there in the mornings, and we'd have our coffee and smoke our cigarettes and just kind of chill, have mother-daughter time. And I took care of my mom. I did for the last 10 years of her life. So anyway, and both of us were going through cancer treatment at the same time. And she passed away. Found her dead one afternoon laying on her bedroom floor. So I got everything ready, and it was a long night. And the next morning I got up, and we had her chair out there, and I left the tag on her chair. And I went out and lit up a cigarette, having a cup of coffee, just wallowing in my pity. And I looked over, and here's her tag on the chair, going around and around in circles, and there was not a blade of grass, a leaf. I got all of this on recording. There was nothing, no wind, no nothing. And all you saw was her tag on her chair going around and around in a circle. And I said, Mom, keep it going. And sure enough, it kept going. So I recorded it all. I still have the recording. And then finally it just stopped. But also in the house that she loved, I was looking at her chair, and I've got a picture of this too. She had one of those lift recliners that would lift her up, and she'd sleep in that chair, eat in that chair, watch her TVs. And I'm going by and I look at it, and I'll be a son of a gun if her face, there is not a picture of her face in that chair. And when I snapped it, there was an orb in that photograph. And I've got that too. So anyway, I sat in her chair one night and I'm looking down we're packing everything up in the house. And I look down the hallway, and I'll be damned if the light didn't come on in the hallway.
Wow.
And I said, Mom, what the hell are you doing? You're scaring the shit out of me. The light went off.
She's just letting you know she's there.
Yep. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Silver Shadow says that she has stories, but she's too shy to get on cam.
Oh.
We're just here to listen. We ain't judging nobody or.
Yep.
Wait,
we ain't gonna bite you.
I said she. I'm not sure if it's a she or he. So.
We might want to check that.
Yeah.
I actually have a live stream that I did. That I was in a rented house in Florida. Things started flying around all over the place, and by the end of the live stream, I was in tears. And I put that on private because it was actually really embarrassing. I was in tears by the end of the live stream.
I would have been too, man.
I just went home because my wife called me, and now when I come back, my PC was restarted. That could actually be a Windows update that would have done that.
Yeah, I could have been.
Who's home with you? Is there anybody there still?
Here in my house?
Yes.
Yeah, my wife and our son.
Okay.
My stepson.
Yeah. We want to be able to see her through the wall, I don't think.
No, well, the door was open a little while ago.
Okay.
It could be a shadow, but right above your shoulder over in the corner, I just seen
like
some
right in this area here.
Yeah, right there. Darker area. It just looks like it's been bouncing around a little funny.
That's
Is that your reflection?
No, that's the dog crate and the sewing machine, and that's just kind of all piled up over there in the corner. It's just storage. But yeah, there's really nothing over there.
I'm always looking for stuff.
That's good.
You'll see stuff in this house. I guarantee you that. I've told Bill stories about this place before.
Now, is there a reason the gun is upside down? Does that symbolize something?
No, I just had it down the other day and set it back up like that.
Right.
With that gun rack. Okay, when you oil guns and you put them on the gun rack, and say the barrel slants down, the oil in the barrel after you do the gun will run all the way towards the end of the barrel. So every once in a while, every few days or something, if you want to keep the barrel nice and oily inside, flip the gun, and then it'll run back down up this way.
That dog is fast as crap. That dog looked like Superman going by that door.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's my troubled child.
Super dog.
What kind of dog?
That one's a Yorkie, the little brown one or black one.
You know, I've been a guy who's owned like pit bulls, Rottweilers, German Shepherds, but I got a little Chihuahua. I'll tell you what, that is the best guard dog I've ever had out of all of them animals. You cannot walk by my house without.
Kelly Skaggs is in here. She said, meow, meow, meow. She's throwing Legos at him a rock. Raffle Scraper says, I do have someone sneaking around my shop. I've seen that many times, but it wasn't never a problem for me because never causing any problems.
Yeah.
I actually have a story, and Goober can verify this. On last week's episode, we were talking ghost stories. I forget what was being said at the time, but just like now, all the doors in this room that I'm in were shut. My wife was in bed asleep. My son was in his room asleep. And literally, I heard a woman's voice, which sounded like my wife's voice, coming from like right here, say my name. And I was like, looked around and there was nobody here. But I didn't say anything about it on the show last week.
Yeah.
Goober actually caught it. She seen it when it happened. And she's like, I seen that. I wondered what you was doing, you know. And yeah, it's like, I don't know if it was something that came through from what we was doing on here or something that was already in the house, but it happened. It happened to me right here in this very spot last week on the show.
Wow. Yeah, I remember that too.
I told Uber about it on her channel when I was up on her panel the other day. So you
The
never
thing
know
about
what you're
this
gonna catch here.
room, the thing about this room right here is I know two people definitely that have died in this room. One was my mom's boyfriend, which was a year ago. And then the people we bought this house from, the guy, his wife died in this room too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't think I want to sleep in this room. I don't sleep in this room anymore, but I think I'm going to be switching rooms with somebody.
Yeah. I hear you, man. That'd creep me out too.
It does. It freaks me out.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to HSFL, but he's not in chat anymore.
I have no idea.
But yeah, I was going to bring him up. If there's anybody in the chat that wants to come on and share their paranormal story or anything like that, hey, good old boy, welcome to the chat.
Goober, I just noticed that's a picture of you.
Where at, babe? Oh, no. The old lady? No.
Yeah. No. Oh, I thought you pasted your face in the middle there.
No. It confuses everybody. I'm better looking. Look at me, doll. I'm better looking.
No, I thought you like contorted it or something. I don't know.
No, I got all my teeth.
Yeah, it's hard to see in the little picture. Well, it's hard to tell what you look like after seeing that video that you did about had like 42 different personalities.
Oh yeah, I still haven't pulled out all the arsenal. I got more if you want it.
That was great.
Thank you.
He's in Wacky's.
Oh, he's over at Wacky's? Okay,
yeah.
Well. Be all right. What about your friend there, Bull Run Paranormal there, Uber?
I'm wondering if she didn't go to sleep. Let me text her and see if she's awake.
Okay.
She might be already in bed.
So, Lou, what was the craziest place that Noah took you? I know you spent like quite a little bit of time here in the last few weeks with Noah the fam, and went around to a bunch of places. Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm sorry. I was trying to get a hold of Paula.
Oh, I was talking to Lou. I didn't know if he heard me or not.
Sorry.
Boomer says, I'll hop up there if you really want me to.
Oh, yeah. I guarantee he's got a story. Oh, yeah.
The last time Boomer came up, he kind of freaked me out a little bit because I know he does what he does and he does the readings and things like that. But I mean, he was reading JoJo and talking to relatives that were being verified.
No kidding.
Oh,
I've seen him do that.
Boomer, you got to do something about that.
That was first time that I'd seen him do it live, and I was like, "Wow, really?"
Oh, you don't even, dude. Listen, one time Boomer's live, and I don't want to say no names, but Boomer had told somebody that their loved one just passed away, and the person hadn't passed yet, and they ended up passing that day.
No, oh my word.
Yeah, and then he's called out things about my family that I've never told anybody. I've seen Boomer be verified on multiple occasions. There's no doubt about Boomer.
Oh yeah, I guarantee.
There's no doubt.
Ever met Boomer Rock there?
And that happened publicly. Like, that was a big thing. It was a big drama. It caused a big old fight, and there was a bunch of stuff because, you know, people's emotions, they're hurting, you know, and yeah, he's and he didn't do it on purpose. He was just saying what was coming through, and it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
Wow. Utmost respect for people that can do that.
Oh yeah, like it's tough to do stuff like that.
Well, we don't have anyone coming up out of the chat, so I just shot Boomer a link to his
All right.
Facebook.
Yeah.
And if he wants to come up.
Yes.
Talking Angel says Boomer is a clairvoyant. There is no doubt.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
there's no doubt. Especially when he's calling stuff out on accident, and
that's kind of what it was. He was like JoJo, that this person is here, and she's like, okay, and it just kind of went from there. And he was spot on with names of brothers and family, and
I've seen Boomer get to the point where he kind of shuts down because he doesn't want to relive the same kind of
right
thing,
Right.
because it's hard to deal with, you know, especially fresh. You just lost somebody that day, that week, that month. It's hard to deal with, especially when somebody's telling you, you know, this person's telling you they love you and this and that.
There's
yeah.
Boomer. Boomer, you feeling a little bit better? I know you was under the weather there earlier today.
Yeah, I'm a little better, but I'm staying completely closed off tonight because I don't need to be weakened any more than I am. So
I hear you, Boomer.
Yeah, that one with JoJo. Wow. I mean,
that was totally unexpected, out of the blue, non-scripted.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to tell. I was trying to tell that day you were trying to explain what happened with the other situation. I was trying to tell JoJo and Dave, look, you don't have to tell me anything you don't want to tell me, basically because I already knew. So
it was tough, man. It was.
That's what happens when I leave myself completely open. But like, I was shut off that night, and I was shut off the night the little girl came through on Francis's live, and I was closed off the night that JoJo's brothers came through.
Yeah.
And it just, sometimes, no matter how much I'm closed off, if they're persistent enough and they're strong enough spirits, they'll come through regardless.
Oh yeah, they will.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I stay closed off, I'm not getting the full barrage of it anyway.
Right.
Silver Shadows, she says, I'm not a great speaker. I'm missing teeth, LMAO, and I have high anxiety. So maybe someday I'll share my story.
Hey, join the club. I'm missing half my teeth. I got anxiety. You just be joining the club. I'm sure a lot of other of us are missing teeth as well. So
I borrowed mine from Lunatic Dad.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Yeah, I cringe every time they sneeze.
But if you don't want to show your face and you do want your story told on the show, just get at me through Facebook Messenger and just type it in there, and I can always just read the story off.
Or just like I'm doing here, your camera and your little picture comes up, your little YouTube picture.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah. That's why I got my camera off, because I'm on my cell phone for one, and another, I'm like kind of bedridden. So
I hope you feel better, bud.
It's all your fault, Lou. It's all your fault.
Of course it is.
It's the rock flu.
Not to get sick, bro. We have too great of a connection.
Well, you need to go get checked out then, because you don't need to be having what I had. I'll tell you that.
No, I ain't. I'll guarantee you 95% of it is due to other things, because the one thing that, or the two things that are affected most, and this happens anytime I get like cold or flu or anything. For some reason, it affects my back and legs more than anything. And I should have waited till I was feeling better before I went shopping, but I went grocery shopping yesterday, and that made it worse. So
I hear you, man.
It's just been raining all week, on and off. It's been wet and cold, damp nights. So, you know, I can usually just recover from it within a day or two, as long as it continues to, as long as the weather continues to get better and stuff. You know, I just, you know.
Raffle Scraper says last time
one day I'll just be 100% again.
Oh,
just
yeah.
like that, you know. So
Raffle Scraper says last time I moved my desk, because I was normally sitting my back facing the entrance, so it was hard to see someone, right? Now I had it sitting sideways to the entrance to my basement, and now I see it more. So he's
wow,
moving around in this house.
That reminds me, what's the name again?
Raphael
Scrapper.
Yeah. I read one of the comments earlier. He was talking something about an old milk cellar where they used to have, like, they used to store cream and cheese or something. When he was mentioning that, I was getting the feeling that that cellar was also used during Prohibition as a hideout for booze runners.
Yep, I've heard of that.
They stored, if I'm getting the information correctly, because I didn't close myself off till I got on the panel. If I'm interpreting this information correctly, during that time where they were running moonshine and stuff like that, a lot of those cheese barrels or cream barrels, cheese barrels, whatever, they were just wooden barrels, marked cream on top. And most of those were actually loaded with various types of liquor for the during the Prohibition. So I'm getting a feeling where that is, like, that's a very, very, very old place, apparently. Because what I see is like a wine cellar type deal, where it's very cold. So that's why they would keep that's why they would store cream and cheese down there. But during the Prohibition, it kind of evolved into like like a hideaway for booze and stuff.
A bootlegger's cache.
Yeah, cash. That's what I was trying to think of. Yes.
See, I did that. I pulled that right out of his head, and
Ghost, get out of my head. Ain't it enough that you're constantly in my refrigerator?
I know.
Oh, by the way, there's some pizza in there, Ghost.
Boomer.
I like me some pizza.
I hope you like Supreme.
Love it. Pick off the olives, though. I'm not a big olive guy, but everything else?
Yeah, I licked all the olives off.
Ew.
So you're good to go.
Ew, Boomer.
Well, if you lick them off, I'm going to stay away from it this time because I know you caught loose. I don't want.
You'll have to cook it, but there's a Hawaiian in the freezer.
The Candy Kid says, "Yo, Ghost." Alicia says, "I love black olives." Silver Shadow
They're
says,
good.
Olives.
Olives.
Oh, that actually reminds me of a story. I've got a story. All right. Now, I used to manage a Domino's pizza franchise at one time. And at one point, I got my own store. I was the main manager of my own building, whole crew, whole everything.
So pretty much you were an owner-operator.
Well, I was the operator, but I wasn't the owner.
Oh.
The franchisee was the owner. I was just,
He's
the lead guy on the scene, But we're in there, and things start happening inside the building where the Domino's franchise is, and things would get moved around. Like I would be the only person. I would come in early, and I'd start my prep work for the day, and I'd set the stuff out that I needed to do. You got your chicken wings and your foil, and you just package individual chicken wings in foils and then put them away, and get ready for the day. And you turn around to do something or grab a knife or something, you come back and the foil would be moved across the room. So I knew there was something there just messing with me. And I started asking around. I asked like the area supervisors that come around and get, pick up the paperwork on Sundays and stuff like that. Whatever happened here? Was there something that happened here? Well, come to find out, there was a young man that was a driver there who was suffering from depression. His girlfriend had broke up with him, and he was off one day and just pulled into the back parking lot behind the building, sat there drinking when he was off, just hanging out. And, the other employees would come out and talk to him every once in a while. At the end of the night, the manager at that time had went out to the back and the car was still there. So he walked over to talk to him, and the guy had killed himself. And that's who I had a feeling was in the store because he had ties, you know what I mean? But it was like, until you actually shed blood yourself inside that store, he would mess with you. And like, I was getting messed with a lot. And then one night I got cut on something in the store and had to bandage up and go get stitches. And then from that moment on, I never had another problem.
Wow.
And it was really strange that was that way. It was like, I don't know. But you definitely had that sense of dread in that back parking lot. You could feel it when you went out the back door to take out the garbage at night or whatnot. You could feel it behind the building. But,
and for people that have never felt that kind of thing, they can't understand what it feels like. I mean, it's a multitude of feelings: fear, anticipation.
HSFL is back.
Exactly.
Did that really just happen?
Yeah. Yeah, that was 2007.
Ghost. I got a question about that. Like when you would go out at the end of the night and put the trash out, did you get an overwhelming sense of the smell of gasoline? Like to the point where you could almost taste it in the back of your throat?
Actually, not really, Boomer, because the actual building was on an alleyway, and the alleyway separated like the street from the Coke plant.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not talking Coca-Cola. This is a facility that made Coke for the coal mines. So everything in that whole town reeked of creosote really bad.
Okay. Well, I just had to ask that because I didn't know where it was coming from, but it was I got that taste in the back of my throat.
oil and gas mixture that they would put on like the telephone poles. That was the smell.
Okay. Well, that must be what I'm getting in the back of my throat. I figured it was connected to you because it didn't happen until you started talking about your story.
Yeah.
So.
I mean,
well, Boomer, be careful because the night I got sick is I started tasting something real. It tasted to me like bleach, chemical.
Yeah.
And I started spitting.
Wow. Yeah. I remember that.
If you shoot me your email, I can get you up on the panel here.
Hope you feel better,
Okay,
Boomer.
why don't I pop off of here, guys?
Why would you do that? I'm still waiting to see you blush.
Yeah, wait a minute. I heard something about Cab 7 made you blush. What
Oh, he did make me
story that I gotta
blush.
hear?
He's so sweet. He just kept blowing up my bubble, just kept telling everybody how wonderful I am, and it just embarrassed me.
I seen that.
Well, you are amazing.
I think I did it. I think I accomplished it. Unaccomplishable. Looks like she's turning a little red there. Oh, yes.
Yes,
we did
I
it.
get embarrassed. Stop it.
We love you, Uber Goober
I
lady.
love y'all too. Boom.
It was awesome. It was
Nice
awesome
meeting you, Lou, and I subbed to your channel.
Thank
and so I'll check it out. And Boomer, you take care of yourself there, babe.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'm
Brian,
doing much
you too,
better.
baby.
So.
Go ahead and plug some stuff for your channel there, Uber, before you go.
Okay,
you know what night
Uber Goober Lady is the name of my channel, everybody. We got Mondays, the missing on there. We try to help find missing people. Fridays, we have Paranormal Night. Sundays, we do Paranormal over on Bull Run Paranormal. And so Saturday mornings, I do a child story, all animated under Grandma Uber. So there you go.
Nice.
Expect my ugly mug over there on your channel. I'll be.
Oh yeah.
You come over anytime you want. You let me know. We'll set it up.
And
yeah, I was gonna say we should link up. We should link up. Definitely.
Yes, absolutely. I would love it. I would love it. I want to thank you all for the support. It makes me feel real good. Warms my heart.
I'm definitely interested in that missing.
An epic, what do you call it? Roast with Lunatic Dad right now. They've been going back and forth for a week, and it's all going to culminate Wednesday over on JoJo Walker's stream.
Over at JoJo Walker's, yes. Lou, I do that every Monday.
Cool.
So, yeah, let me know. Come on in, check it out. I'm always at noon. My shows are always noon Pacific Standard. I live out in Washington. So I want to thank you all for the support. Ghost, you're awesome. JoJo, Brian, you're awesome. Love to you all. Thank you so much for allowing me to come on tonight.
And like we talked before, Uber Goober lady, you have a standing invitation. Each time you want to come up, just let us know. We'll bring you right up.
I really appreciate that. You're a wonderful man, and Brian, you too. So
thank you.
Thanks, everybody. I'm going to go sit out in my chair and raise my feet up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to watch the show from there. Hugs to y'all.
Hugs to you,
much love. Keep it real.
Thanks, Boomer.
Lots of kisses for her. There she goes.
Did we lose HSFL again? I don't think he put his in here yet.
What does HSFL stand for?
He told me once, but I forget.
Yeah, I can't remember now either.
Come on, HSFL, you got to come on here and explain this to us.
Yep. HSFL, let's go, man. Get your butt up on this panel.
Do this.
River, go lie down.
Lou, is that shirt like new merch or something, or?
No, this is a gift from Rock.
Oh, that's cool, bro.
Dude, what was that? It's because I'm always saying, dude, what was that?
Yeah, that's why I thought it was something you started or something, because I know you're always saying that.
Yeah, it was a gift. It was an awesome thought, and it fits perfect.
Wow, cool. He even said it a few times here, and it always ended up being one of the little mice running across his feet or something. Like, dude, what was that? It's just the mice. Don't worry.
Dude, what was that?
That was all right.
with my wallet, my keys.
I could only imagine going through like doing a hot paranormal video with Lou, going through and it'd be like, what the hell is that?
I was on the phone with Lou earlier and just reminding him about the show tonight. He was telling me about a video he's going to be doing in the near future and giving me a little insight into that. If you want to share some of that, Lou, go for it, man. Tell him about it. That's cool. Or you want to keep it a surprise? Okay.
That one, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. Like I said, nobody's ever touched that. I will lightly talk about it. It has something to do with the movie The Conjuring. And it's something that I've been working on for a while now. But yeah, it's something I'm really excited about. Boomer is.
Wow. Boomer already knows.
That's going to be epic.
Yeah. That's something that's scary, though, because then when you're dealing with that, you're dealing with evil. You're dealing with pure evil. And that's what's kept me away from it, really, is the fear of this is a real freaking demon. You don't go messing around with stuff like that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, is this going to be in the next week, or is it going to be in the
No. This is a more long-term thing. I'm still working out the fine details to it.
Gotcha.
And
just keep watching all his videos and look.
That's something that's been so important to me that I'm going to make sure that, like the whole group is there. That's something that I'm saving for Patty and
awesome.
The whole group to be there. But yeah,
buddy.
I'm looking to do things that nobody's ever been, touched on, places people haven't been to.
Well, here's an idea that I have, Lou, and this is one of the things that I'm working on for next summer. Maybe you could be a part of it too. Is getting a lot of us paranormal channels together in one place for the 4th of July, and that's Gettysburg.
That would be cool.
I've been wanting to go to Gettysburg for so long.
Here's the deal. Is there a campground around there?
Yeah, there's several campgrounds around there.
Mm-hmm.
Can you camp right there at Gettysburg?
Yeah.
That would be. Now that famous video of all the guys, all the ghosts. You ever seen the video with all the ghosts coming through the woods?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like holding lanterns and stuff. Mm-hmm. Do you have any idea where that was?
That it was along. It was one of the battlefields over there.
Yep.
And it was right at the woods line.
You know what's cool? To set up there and like camp out overnight, if possible. If it's not like against the law.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
We would have to actually get there and kind of talk to, I guess it'd be Parks and Recreation and get special permission.
Yeah.
As long as we're, clean up after ourselves and been respectful with it and everything like that. I don't see why we couldn't get permission. You know what I mean? And even if not, we might be able to go in there after dark, because I know they close down the battlefields at dusk, and you're not supposed to be allowed in there. You have to have permission to go in there. But if we were to do like a gathering of, paranormal researchers all in one spot and spread out over the course of the battlefield with multiple like digital recorders, EMF meters, and, the amount of sheer evidence that we could get at one time by that many people could be staggering. I mean, over a widespread area.
That would be really awesome.
But if we can get a lot of them together at one place at one time, and then that's one of the things I'm trying to work on, is to get some people committed to it and everybody meet up at Gettysburg 4th of July weekend.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Paranormal teams together. Think about the equipment that everybody would have combined. Third vision, this, that, drones. Everybody's got their own something at the table.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool.
Yep, that'd be awesome. And spread the word, get it out there. I mean, it's not, it's not like I'm going to be setting up hotels for everybody or anything like that. I want to try to get everybody in the same place at the same time. Everybody's pretty much going to be taking care of their own arrangements as to, whether they're going to camp, whether they're going to do the bed and breakfast thing over there at the, the general's quarters or whatever it is. And, but that night, come down, everybody together, spread out, and literally do like a grid search type thing of a battlefield with all the equipment.
That would be awesome. I was actually supposed to stop at Gettysburg on my way home, but then my car broke down. Shit happens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was on the live stream with your mom when she was driving through Manassas and that. I was like, yeah, you're about to go past the battlefield.
But it'd be awesome. Like, if we get enough of us out there, we could cover like all inches of that place.
Oh, that place is so big.
That's what she said.
It's illegal to go out on the battlefield, Ghost. Not in the daytime, it isn't. You just can't go out there with metal detectors and things. You can't dig. You can walk across them. You can't dig and do anything like that. But if we were to get the permission to be in there after dark, that would be awesome.
Yeah, because that's when like you'd get a lot of this shit happening.
You know what I'd like to get? I'd like to get some trail cameras.
Yeah.
Definitely. Set up some trail cameras out there in Gettysburg. Night vision. The ones that are only set off by movement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, Ghost.
Yes.
Lady Swan says it's illegal to go on the battlefield, period.
It's an actual memorial park, so it's illegal to go out there during daylight hours, but the park closes at dusk. You're not allowed to go out there for anything or search for like artifacts because
the guy that was the developer of the app that I use, he's been in Gettysburg several times doing work. As a matter of fact, one of the spirits that he claims helped him with designing the apps was actually spirit he picked up from Gettysburg the first time he ever visited out there.
Wow.
So, yeah, he's been out there several times doing investigations and stuff.
Yeah.
He's got E.V.P'S of the cannon fire and everything else recorded on an E.V.P. recorder.
You know what? I've had gunshots come through that nobody heard at the time, and then you re-listen to the footage, and there's like 6 or 7, boom, boom, and it's like, how the hell did we not hear that? Like,
right.
See us all just standing around and not paying no attention, and I'm like, those are freaking gunshots. How do we not notice that?
One thing I want to do before the weather starts getting too bad again is I got to get over to the south side and do a little investigating over there at the old prison camp.
I see Carla's in here, TJ the Weatherman, Weaves World.
I just ain't got nobody to go with me.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat here, Booms.
Yeah.
Raffle Scrapper says, okay, guys, I just seen my friend in my shop as usual slide around the entrance.
I'll be right back, guys.
Scraper, you want to come up on the panel and tell us more about what's going on? You know, maybe we have some ideas on how to help you out or what you could do to,
Yeah.
The activity.
Now he's talking paranormal friend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Raffle Scrapper. And actually, I've heard him talk a lot about paranormal stuff. And that was before we started this whole show, and it never hit my head again until now.
TJ says, "Hi, Ghost. Hi, Vesper."
A lot of people think I was like all into paranormal before I started doing this. I've never seen an episode of Ghost Hunters or
Ghost Adventures or Ghost Hunters.
Ghost Adventures. Yeah. Like everybody always asks me, did you see episode 7 of season 3? And I'm like, I never seen episode 1 or any, like, I just never was into it. I didn't even like horror movies.
Scrapper says, I don't mind that. I'm an open guy. Okay, shoot me your email and I'll get you up here on the panel, brother.
All right, man. No problem.
I'm back.
There was another one, too, that used to explain everything to me and Jojo, and it was Jim Tuyo. He gets, like, full operations and everything in the house that he's staying in.
That's gotta be cool. You gotta set up some static cameras.
Yeah, right? Well, he had asked me and Jojo to go to where he's staying and do an investigation sometime.
Wouldn't
it's a place in Florida.
Put a couple of them connects out there on the battlefield.
Oh yeah.
See how many
Rick did that. Rick did that. He's got connects evidence too up there.
You know what though? I've only seen these paranormal, even the ones on TV. I've only seen them use the Xbox Connect for the 360, not for the one. And the one for the one has infrared in it, and it has so many new features that would be cool to play with.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Lou, you give me your address, and I'll send you one of these ones I got here because I find them all the time doing the dumpster diving thing. I was giving them away for his Christmas presents. I had so many of them.
I'll take one.
They're awesome, man.
Like I only got 2 left now, but I'm gonna send one to my buddy Lou there, and I'm gonna work on one for mine. But eventually I'll find more.
Oh yeah,
I have yet to find one for a 360 though.
I actually gave the one that I started with. I gave that to Patty.
Did you?
Yeah. Now she has one.
Yeah.
Cool.
But, yeah, we had so much fun while I was down there with it that I was like, you know what? Let me just leave it to her.
Yeah, I've already removed the stock cord from the back of it. I watched the video on how to do it, but I haven't taken them apart to do any soldering or anything like that. I was just going to get the adapter cable that plugs right in.
Yeah.
But if you need the cord too, Lou, I'll send it with it.
No, just the cord that's like already on it.
Yeah, I already removed it. It just plugs into the back.
Oh, you removed it?
Yeah. If all it is, it's just a regular plug-in cord, but the rubber grommet kind of hooks it in there. So you just kind of wiggle it back and forth, and it'll pull right out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on the Xbox Ones.
Oh, okay. So I'm looking at it now. Wow. Yeah, because there's some kind of issue with this one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it is. These things even have fans on them. That's crazy.
Yep. They got fans and everything, man. Like I couldn't believe it.
Scrapper, can you put your email up in the chat? Once I copy it, you can take it back down if you like. We can get you up here.
Ray the Fam says hi, Lou.
I'll be right back, guys. I got somebody at my door. Hello.
All right.
Let's see. Ray the Fam's in here. James Sharp.
Ghost, you're behind there.
Nation of Domination. We still got 20 people watching.
Nation of what?
Nation of Domination.
Who?
Brian's Paranormal.
Yep. Okay, so Raffle, Scrapper, work on
He's
that.
working on that.
Okay.
Now, Raffle, you'll have to have like Google Hangouts, either on your computer or on your phone. And when I put in the email, it'll actually call you, and you just answer the call, and it'll bring you right up. I don't know if you've ever been on a panel before, but Silver Shadows is still here.
Yep. I got 18. I'm seeing 18 viewers. Oh.
I'm
right
seeing
here
13.
on the live, it's a 13 viewer count.
Yeah.
Okay, 13, yeah.
I'm not seeing any viewers. I mean, I could split my screen. Yes, JoJo?
I grabbed your bum.
JoJo's a ghost now. If you haven't noticed, she's talking behind Ghost Mafia's picture there.
I'm the designated unofficial
Will you
producer.
stop? What the hell's going on now? Oh, come on. This crazy thing's messing up again.
That was well brought up.
Why are you messing up with me? Come on.
You ever seen one
There
of
we
these
go.
before? A D50?
Is that the Nikon? Yeah.
Is this old?
I don't know what's the megapixel on it.
All right,
I
ladies,
have
one.
I'll have to look up the specs.
It's old, and it's only what is this? 12.1, and it's definitely an older model.
The Nikon. This is actually the camera that I've shot with up until just recently. This is a Panasonic.
Oh,
that's nice, Blue.
The G7.
Yeah.
I like it, but for low light, it's not the best in low light. And it's a 4K camera, which is a surprise.
Yeah.
Usually 4K, and this is a micro four thirds. Pretty nice in low light, but I may have broken something or jiggled something around in here. I don't know.
Lady Swan says the Gettysburg area has several commercial campgrounds, all within easy driving distance of the Battlefield Park. There is no private camping allowed in the park. That's what she found online. Yeah, I knew there wasn't any camping allowed in the park, and if you go in there after dark, you have to have special permission.
Yeah, from like the guard or something, right?
From the Park Service, National Park Service.
Yeah.
But I know it can be done.
It can be done.
We have the technology. We can rebuild it.
Yep.
Silver Shadow says, I'm getting my M50 soon.
Nice. See, like me, I've just got like one of those tiny GoPros, and I put a light on it.
Are you seeing this in the chat, Brian? JoJo said, Lady Swan, when we come down there, you and me need to, with Ghost and Brian and Lunatic, and prank them good.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, now we know what you're going to do, so it's not a secret.
You don't know what we're going to do or when it's coming.
We'll just have to watch them like hawks.
Right.
You guys have the attention of a goldfish.
No, we don't.
Okay, hold on. I just caught on. JoJo is taking over your channel, so what's being typed under your name, that's JoJo.
Sometimes, yes.
Okay.
I took over last night. I did not take over tonight. I'm just the producer.
Yeah, she's the producer of the show this evening. I'm still having the internet issues, and I still haven't.
I am not Ghost Mafia, but I do play him on YouTube.
Exactly. Only my balls are bigger than his.
Sorry, James, wrong emoji.
We got to warn Dad, too.
Hi, Donna.
Dad just put up a video, Chop Suey by System of the Down, drum cover.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
I
it's
don't
his one son.
I don't know if that's one of the boys or if that's Dad, but
I wonder if I could run my camera as well on here.
Hey, Donna.
Probably don't want to see me if I can. Yep, I guess I can. Wow, okay, that's cool. I can split screen on my phone and see the live of the Hangouts and see the YouTube comments pop up on the screen.
that's cool.
Nice. That's wicked, man.
Yeah, like the most expensive, like Samsung.
I keep forgetting I can do that.
Yeah.
Hi, Boomer. I just flipped James off on accident. Oh, no. Not James, the sharpshooter.
Way to go.
Well, he's never going to want a mod for any of us anymore.
Well, guys, I don't know if HSFL is still in here or not.
I think he went back to Wackies, but
He's in the UK, I think, isn't he? Is he the one in the UK or is he the one in California?
California, I think.
I was in a stream the other day. He modded me, and he was doing like the what do you call it? The meditation exercises.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I believe that's the right one.
Yeah. So the drummer of the family is Kyle. Me and Kyle will get along really good.
Oh, wait, no. Raffle Scraper is in there. I think I get it. LOL. Okay. Did you have to set up an email, Scrapper? I keep saying Scraper because I'm thinking raffle, like scratch offs. Because I've got a lot of scratch off people that I'm sub to.
So do I. Believe me, it gets tough.
Super Shadow. I know nothing about Google Hangouts, so I'm reading about it. Oh, okay, Silver.
That's cool.
Hey, Dave, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're the one that turned me on to this show, The Originals, right?
The Originals?
No, that wasn't me.
The Originals. Wasn't you?
It was JoJo and me, probably.
Yeah.
With Klaus and all them.
About it. But yeah, I've been binging it for the last week.
It's a good show, man.
It's like that one, they canceled it in like the 4th season, but it was called the 4400.
Yeah.
It was kind of like Heroes, but.
Oh, Heroes was awesome.
I think it was a little bit better.
But the original, this is more to do with like werewolves, vampires, and witches rather than just people with superhuman powers.
Yeah, it's a good show.
But yeah, I mean, I watched it like last year. I watched the first 2 episodes and like really didn't get into it. Then I heard somebody mention it on one of their lives, like, I'll give it another go. So I'm into like season 3 now.
Yeah, I can't talk tonight. Raffle Scrapper. Yeah, I am terrible with names, and I say it in every episode. So don't get offended if I mess up your name, please.
Oh, thanks, Vesper, for the link drop.
He's an amazing mod, man. Just amazing. Yeah, I imagine like me and JoJo want to go and do Dracula's Castle too at some point.
In Romania.
You guys do know that's a myth, right?
Boomer. We're not going because we think Dracula is a real thing. We know the history. I just want to go for the history.
Yeah.
Actually, I do. My last roommate I had, her family is a direct bloodline to the actual the doctor Dracula, which is where the story started about Dracula. I mean, he was a mad scientist doctor. So the person is real.
Actually, he was.
But everything else fabricated after that. But my ex-roommate, her family is a direct bloodline to him.
Okay, but he wasn't a doctor. He was a king.
Yeah, Vladimir the Impaler.
Well, he was like a mad scientist type thing. They called him count because, well, he wasn't a king. He was a count. Like, they called him count, but he was like this mad scientist who wanted to do like horrible experiments on
his son
people
was the
and
count.
cadavers and shit. But
yeah.
I don't know who gave you that information, but that's way off.
Way the Impaler was a
he was a ruler.
Yeah.
And the reason he impaled people was to scare off the Turkish army.
Yeah,
he did it to make them
some
fear
nasty
him.
stuff, that guy.
When he impaled them, they were still alive. He would literally shove the stick up the anus, grab and take it
out through the mouth.
Yeah.
And he had a dinner table where he ate in front of all the people that he impaled.
Do you know that they say that they can link the lineage of the Bush family all the way back to Vlad the Impaler?
That wouldn't surprise me.
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
That's what they say.
Stephanie Ferrante is in the chat.
Hey Stephanie, how's it going?
Stephanie, you got any ghost stories you want to share with everybody? We'll bring you up.
There's got to be something with all the history of New Jersey.
Yeah.
All them drive-bys and everything. There's got to be some spirits lingering around somewhere.
Yep.
You know how many pairs of concrete shoes are down at the bottom of the river? Think about that. She says, hello, and I only have one. That's okay. If you want to share, you can come up and share. I promise only Boomer will laugh at you. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, that's because I know the most terrifying story she has is meeting me. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, you've met her?
Well, not met in person, but meeting on YouTube. She was like, "That was the most horrific day of my life. Coming to your channel."
Vesper says Vlad III, known as Vlad the Impaler or Vlad Dracula, was voivode of.
I can actually copy the link and send it to her if you want.
3 times between 1448 and his death, he was the second son of Vlad Dracula, who became the ruler of Wallachia in 1436.
Isn't that modern day like Slovakia or something like that?
It's like on the border of Romania.
It's Romania. It's Bucharest was their original home.
He had like 7 castles or something. A bunch of castles.
Yippers. And on the tour that they do in Romania, you actually get to stay at every single one of them.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, but he didn't really actually live in all those, though, did he?
Yeah, he did.
I mean, what I heard, he like had all this. He had all this property and stuff as a place to keep certain things from the public or whatever, but he didn't really live in all of them.
Throughout all the wars that he took part in and that he was in, he used each one of those basically as a place to hide. All of his castles, except for the Bucharest one, are all in hidden locations.
And they're like in the mountains, and there's like areas like they're so high in elevation to attack them in those days would have been impossible.
Yeah.
The highest elevation of the area you got the high ground, and yeah, he was a mean guy. But he had to be back then.
Yeah. People thought Till the Hun was a bad guy.
Hey, back then you had to do what you had to do to survive.
Yeah. Hi, Aniki. Aniki's in the chat, guys.
Hey, Aniki, how's it going?
I'm sure if he didn't impale those people, there'd be some other guy named, Larry the Impaler.
Yeah.
I think if he didn't do what he did, they would have lost the war. So,
yeah.
Because his army was not as big as the Turkish army.
Yeah, extreme occasions call for extreme measures.
Because he made like walls of bodies and.
Oh yeah.
That's got to be the place. That's got to be the place to go and do the paranormal investigations, man.
Well, that's what I said to Brian. I said I want to take him there to go do it because in October is when they start the tour, and you actually get to stay at all those places.
Oh, not to mention the mass killing that just happened there last Halloween.
What mass killing?
Oh yeah, what was that all about?
There.
Shit. Sorry, guys.
That wasn't even remotely
me.
close to
I
there.
dropped my key.
Romania's in Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that mass killing is completely different.
Oh.
I want to go down to Mexico for Day of the Dead, the celebration.
Hey, what's up, Rob?
Yeah.
It's like Carnival, but with like
dead people,
skeleton, everything else dancing around. I think that'd be really cool to check out.
It's like Carnival, but with dead people.
Hey, Michigan.
There's a really cool movie. It's a kids movie.
Coco.
Yes. What is it again?
Coco.
My kids made me watch that movie, and it's pretty freaking good.
It is. I'm addicted to it.
It made me cry, man.
Never seen it.
The end made me cry.
How much actual fact they put into that movie amazes me for a kids movie.
Yeah.
Death and all that kind of stuff. For a children's movie, it's got a lot of adult subject.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the way they laid it out, it's not even like it's not even adult rated, you know what I mean? Like the way they laid it out, it wouldn't spook a child.
Yeah. No, my kids love it. They love it.
Mm-hmm.
Skander Man says, "What's up, Ghost? What's up, Brother Lou? Boomer, James.
What's up, Rob?"
I bet Michigander Man's got some stories.
Oh yeah, he's probably got a lot of them. Rob, you want to come up?
See if I can pull him up. Copy the link.
River, where are you chewing your nails again?
Had him up on. Didn't we have him up on panel there a week ago on Takeover Tuesday?
I think we had.
Says I would, but I'm in bed with my wife.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Next time.
We'll get him next time.
Yep, we'll get him next time. There's plenty more stories out there.
Oh yeah, there is, man. Like,
well, we've been on for about an hour and a half. That's not too bad. We ran out of people in the chat. Couldn't get HSFL up here, and
yep,
Scrapper up here.
Yeah.
I am sorry, but I can't find my working earphones. If I can find them, I'll come up. Oh, okay.
So when you call someone on Google Hangouts, how does the receiver only show their
Yes. Stephanie is a paranormal investigator as well, I think.
Silver, when the Hangouts thing opens up, depending on what you're on, the computer or device, if you're on a device like a cell phone, if you tap the screen, at the bottom of the screen, you have a selection of the mic, the phone receiver thing for hanging up, and camera, the camera thing. If you tap the camera, what it does is it turns off the camera to your device, so it doesn't view you. It's just your profile pic.
That way, the only thing anybody will hear is your voice. They won't be able to see you. No, I am not a videographer based in New Jersey. Also, Stephanie's not that far away from you then, is she, Boomer?
And she's like 4.5 hours away. Like everybody, like all my like real closest in my little group or whatever are usually no more than 5 hours away from me, like a 5-hour drive away. Like Lou, he's 4 hours east of me. You're 4 hours southwest of me, or southwest of me. Like Michigan ain't too far away either. Fab 7, he was 4 hours south of me in PA. Most everybody, like, I'm like right in the middle of everybody.
Yeah, Michigan is like a 6.5 to 7 hour drive for me to get to where he's at. So for you, it would probably be almost 10-hour drive.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking like when I drove out to Indiana, it only took me 8.5 hours to drive from Ithaca, New York to Indiana to Indianapolis. So, and that was a fully loaded U-Haul. So like anywhere
down that lead foot.
Yeah.
Get caught.
But, yeah, because I left at like 7 that morning and got there at like 5 in the afternoon or something, or 4 in the afternoon.
I'm 26 hours away, so I'm not in the group. Wah.
All right, Raffle.
But actually, Monica, you're only on a 4.5 hour flight.
Yeah.
True. True.
Actually, I don't even think it's a 4.5 hour flight.
I'm not even that far away from JoJo and Brian, really.
Nope.
No, you should be pretty close to JoJo and Brian, because they're just
a 5-hour drive, maybe 5.5 hours.
I don't even think it would be that. I'm guessing.
Well, it takes me 3.5 hours to get to Watertown from here. 3.5 to 4 hours to get to Watertown, and Watertown's another 1.5, 2 hours to the Canadian border. So,
yeah. So, Raffle Scrapper says we should be able to send him the request. He thinks he set it up now.
Okay. I didn't see his email. Can you try to send me a request? I think I set it up now. Okay, yeah. Give us your email and we'll shoot you the link.
In a few months, K-Dog is visiting with me. Oh, that's cool. K-Dog got quite a bit of visitors this last month or so.
Yeah, he's got a lot, eh?
Bless you.
Thank you.
JoJo sneezing.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'll be right back again, guys and gals.
All right. Yeah, so I think that'd be a great idea, though, if we can all get together and do an investigation sometime. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, I know you guys are coming down here in October, and that's no secret now, but definitely going to have some surprise videos and stuff going on while they're here. We're going to do some stuff.
Yeah.
And when they come down to visit, Lunatic Dad's coming at the same time. So it's literally going to be like a takeover Tuesday.
Who's going down and you know what? I'm supposed to be traveling around that time as well.
during October.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get Lunatic Dad and JoJo and Brian here right about Halloween.
Yeah.
And do something. So we're definitely gonna have some lives, some crazy lives going on.
Yep.
Some videos, stuff like that, you know. And Dad's gonna get tore up from the floor up one night. We're gonna get him singing karaoke.
Oh yeah, we'll get him singing.
I need to know what these hashtags do.
Oh, the hashtags.
What
well, depending on what the hashtag is and where they're placed, they can turn into actual links to certain sites and stuff.
All right. Well, why would somebody be using hashtag Rockstar?
About the hashtag.
Like if you hashtag Boomer's art and somebody clicks on it, it could take you to like my Google Plus page or anywhere on the internet where my art is displayed under the name Boomer.
Yeah, if you hashtag Rockstar in your description of your video, it will group that with other videos that pertain to Rockstar.
Yeah. Like you could be getting the Rockstar gaming site.
Or the drink.
Or the drink. Or
the drink. Yeah.
The video by Nickelback, you know. It would like that group. But if you put more than one hashtag in there, it might single it out a little bit more.
Right.
It's just basically the same as using like the keywords. Only the hashtag puts you in a group of other like-minded or like video individuals.
The thing with me is it puts me in people completely not like-minded. It just like we said, it sends you to rock stars, and instead of Lou Reed, Lou Rock. It sends you to Lou Reed.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Right.
Hoover Goober says, "I just saw the hashtag. Thanks, Ghost."
Welcome. Wow.
Yeah, I was the one that set up the hashtag for Uber.
But like if one of your videos went like what do they call it? Viral? Yeah. Like if one of your videos went viral or something where it was like plastered all over the internet or whatever, at some point somebody could click on hashtag Rockstar fans or hashtag Rockstar something, and it could lead them to that video.
Right. And I just
if it's associated with that.
Like
I'm still lost.
Uber Goober lady in this video. So if they were to click on that hashtag, it's going to take her to Uber Goober's videos. It's just like tagging somebody in a photo on Facebook.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Still lost.
Like
you'll get it, Lou.
If I go in there and edit and put another hashtag in there that says Lou Rock, so when people click on this or click on the hashtag down there, it'll take them to your videos.
Yeah.
Or your page, or pages that pertain to any Lou Rock on YouTube.
No.
He's already hashtagged. I did that for him and Uber.
Yeah. Him and Uber are hashtagged. JoJo did that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Thank you.
I did that before we even went on the call.
Yep, I see it. I just need to scroll down. I see it now.
Yeah.
I got you set up. So all your info in there.
Cool.
Yeah, because I hashtagged my something in Instagram, and then when I clicked on the hashtag, it took me right to the painting that I did of Aurora one time.
Yeah.
So
Stephanie says, Boomer, my dad loves the drawing of Willie Nelson. He didn't believe it was him.
Oh, wow, cool. Yeah, I didn't believe it when I first came across it either.
Boomer.
As a matter of fact, the only person I know that I showed it to that knew exactly who it was my father. My father is a big Willie Nelson fan.
Boomer,
Oh, yeah,
what did you do with that? The painting of the little boy, the little blonde boy.
Oh, that painting, that was for Laverne. That was her son. An old picture of her son who passed away.
Oh my gosh, he passed away.
Yeah, he passed away when he was 17. And the only picture she had available to send me was a picture of a small photo that she had. And that's what I used for the reference photo.
That picture looks like a regular photograph. It doesn't look like it was painted. It just looks like
until Tab 7 was actually here and saw it in person and said the same thing. I was just chalking it up to the fact that, well, because of the camera on my, the webcam I have may just like make it appear that way because you're not like seeing it like
man.
He saw it and he's like, damn, Lou was right. And I was like,
it's very lifelike.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's hard for the artists to see that themselves because, they're actually seeing each brush stroke. They're seeing, all that. And it usually takes a third set of eyes to actually see what the artist isn't seeing. You know what I mean?
That's my personal favorite painting that I've ever seen of yours.
Yeah. And she did receive it finally yesterday, I think it was. So
yeah,
you're a good dude, Boomer. You're a good dude, man. And
thanks, bro. So are you.
Well, let me pat you on the back a little bit first here, because Boomer, a lot of people don't know. Boomer took all this money like that. Boomer got raised in this fundraiser. It was so he could make up for things that he got taken advantage of for, and he's just got a giant heart, man. And I have a lot of respect for you, bro. A lot of respect for you.
I do too, man.
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to get into it too much. But Boomer got screwed. We'll just say Boomer got screwed, and Boomer made sure that nobody else got screwed except for Boomer, and that's what the guy Boomer is. So that's why I love you, Boom.
Love you too, brother.
So that way I can keep screwing you over.
Yeah, I got a few stragglers that still got to go out to certain people as well.
He didn't laugh at that one.
I think I talked over you. Sorry.
You guys are brothers, right?
That's why I love you, so I could keep screwing you over.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Nice. Thanks, Lou.
I thought they were.
Nice guy.
It is great to see you, though, Lou.
What's that?
It's great to see you, Lou.
Yeah, I think we're going to probably wrap this up. I don't know if found her headphones or not, but it doesn't look like it.
Brian, where are you at? What state?
I'm with JoJo.
Yeah, what state?
We're in Canada.
Oh, Canada. I should know.
Canada's a country.
Yeah.
So
it's beautiful here.
Yeah. Canada don't have states, do they? They have
we have provinces.
Yeah, provinces.
What part of Canada? Central, eastern, western?
We are actually about 45 minutes to an hour and a half away from Niagara Falls, New York border.
So you guys are close. Yeah,
Yep.
well.
Yeah.
Near Ontario, right?
Yep. First.
Yep.
You know, when
Ontario every weekend.
Boomer, you're not that far from Niagara Falls, are you?
No. It's about 3.5, 4 hours north.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to Niagara Falls.
Just past Buffalo.
Now, Buffalo, man, Buzzies, they have awesome ways. Oh.
I'll tell you what, I just want to drive through there in the wintertime. That's all.
What?
No.
Oh, it's just driving to Boomer's house. I almost got killed last year.
Oh wow.
There's such a whiteout.
Where are
was
you
just
from
a very
originally?
nice
Like, do you
channel,
get a lot of
guys.
snow where you're from?
Be sure to keep watching.
I had a
I'm like
four-wheel
5 minutes
drive
away.
F-150 that had a
Oh,
4-inch
cool,
lift kit in
Silver.
it. Still having problems.
Yeah, but do you get a lot of snow where you're from?
Oh yeah, plenty of snow, but nothing like that. Holy crap!
I was gonna
And
say,
I think
you
that's
get
the first whiteout he's ever experienced. I mean, he
okay.
drew through a complete whiteout.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not experienced in driving and something like that, then yeah, it gets pretty nerve
I mean,
wracking.
I grew up in Michigan, and it was like that a lot of times. I've seen
Well,
some nasty winter weather up there.
Yep.
Massachusetts, and we're known for having some pretty big snowstorms, but it seemed like even the snowflakes were just bigger out there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the higher the elevation you get, the closer you are to the, precipitation is, and the snow is thicker and heavier in those higher elevations. Because you guys are probably about maybe 1,000 feet below us in elevation.
Yep.
As you get into New York and further up to upstate New York, the elevation is a lot higher than in Massachusetts.
Goober lady.
Good night,
but
Uber.
I've seen your map, and like New York is south of Texas on it.
Yeah, yeah. You don't know how hard it was to convince Emmy of that. I mean,
All right, guys. I think we're going to wrap this up. If you guys want to stay on the call after we shut down the live, and I'll get some information from you guys, like Lou and Boomer.
oh, do we get an after party invite?
But
Awesome.
No, Boomer. No one wants to play with you.
I would touch on that, but we're still live.
And everybody in the chat, and tweet this stream out, get it out there, get more people come in. We'll get more people up out of the chat and get them on here. I mean, unfortunately, we wasn't able to get anybody up out of the chat tonight, but
I think it went well.
It went well.
Oh, yeah, we had a good panel here. But
yeah, I actually had the honor of being on another panel alongside Uber Goober Lady. It was awesome.
Right. Okay, guys. We'll catch you guys all another time. Thanks for coming. Peace.
Peace out, guys.
Much love.